Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. I'm coming to you live here from, where are we at? Jonesboro, Arkansas. So for those that are not familiar with who it is I am, my name is Ricky. I run the largest YouTube channel, and I run the largest private Facebook group for those who invest on the stock market. You guys can feel free to watch any of my other videos. I have over 1,300 free videos of learning how to get started investing in the stock market. And I went live today with the Learn Plan Profit group, and one of the kind of just like honestly, like I go live with them every single morning, and I trade live. You can see where I buy and sell, and I'll show you that right now. I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. I took a position on ticker symbol DGAS. I'm up a very small dollar amount, so you guys can see the overall P&L there. $88.61. We can go ahead and click right on over here and click show trades, apply, and then you guys can see like how it is that I bought, sold, bought, and then sold, and altogether. My trading today is definitely not up to par with kind of like how I was doing the overall week. Yesterday I was up over $1,200. The day before that I was up over $1,200. The day before that I was down $850, and then the day before that I was up 5.4K. So I'm still green on the overall week, and I just wanted to provide you a quick little update, and then also talk to you about this kind of like this thing that I want to leave you guys with for the weekend, right? So a lot of you guys are, just getting started and learning how to invest in the stock market, learning how to trade, and becoming more familiar with like different trading styles. A lot of people are very motivated by like the monetary aspect. The reason that I did not throw like a figure like, well, first of all, I'm only up $88 on the day, just like you guys saw, so I'm not up a huge dollar amount. But one of the things that I really wanted to like talk about is how important it is to understand like your position and your state of where it is that you are as a trader. So we see a lot of people. So all I want to leave you guys with is just imagine that every single trade moving forward, you do not look at your P&L on the day. And what that means is that you don't look at how much you're up and how much you're down. So just imagine this. So I am trading solely based off of the patterns and what I see value in when it comes down to pattern recognition, understanding support and resistance level, if it's uptrending, understanding direction, understanding where to buy and where to sell. And if there's any indication, so again, I'm going to share my screen real quick. So kind of to put it into perspective, something like DGAS, right? So it broke above the EMA line. It started to trend up, so I would buy around this area. It begins to consolidate around the middle VWAP. The MACD is overextended. The RSI is overextended. So I'll sell there, right? And then one of the things that I think a lot of people make the mistake on when they're first getting started is how many of you guys have ever taken a position when it comes down to trading and you're at a resistance, you lock in profits, and right as you lock in profits, it continues to trend up. And then you go through this like emotional like FOMO, the fear of missing out. And the next time, because of that experience, the next time that you take a position, you do the same thing. You're at a resistance, it's showing signs of a resistance, you're up on the day, but for some reason, because of your previous experience of having FOMO and that it continued to uptrend, you decide to hold. But this time, it doesn't actually continue to uptrend. It gets rejected. And then you go from green to red. And then you go through this roller coaster of emotions of like, my first trade, I locked in profits too early. My second trade, I didn't lock in profits. And I don't understand what I'm doing. And you're just like, maybe I should give up. And then just this roller coaster of emotions that you go through that really just get dragged out. I know a lot of people can relate to that because that's really, I think, like a make it or break it for a lot of newer traders. We become so obsessed with like the monetary aspect, trading for the dollar value, especially when we're just getting started, that we forget about what's important. And what I wanted to say is, again, we talked about trading without looking at the P&L and solely focusing on the pattern. I wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you guys think about like trading for one day and not looking at your P&L the entire day at all? Like, just imagine that. Some of you guys might be like, wow, that's a little weird. Something to think about. Also, the other thing of like what I touched based on, when it comes down to taking your position and locking in profits, when you see signs of a resistance, and then because of FOMO and it continued to go up, the next time that you're in that same position, you end up not locking in profits and it goes from green to red, and it discourages you to trade again. What I wanted to say is, and remind you, how important it is that, again, at least in my experience, I tend to I tend to be in a position more times of when I lock in profits, it does sometimes continue to uptrend, and yes, that does suck because I'm missing out on some margin, but I would rather be in that position where I'm still in the green than rather going from green to red consistently, meaning losing money. And again, it's just like a reference that you can make for yourself of like, where do you want to be 5, 10, 15, 30, 50 years from now? And if you continue to trade with a series of best practices and habits that are not effective and that are aggressive, that will drain your account, like that you continue to maximize or try to be greedy for every single like profit, and you have no plan. All I want to remind you guys is how important it is to have a reason behind everything it is that you do. And as long as if you see a sign of a resistance and then you sell at that position, and if you're up $10, if you're up $100, if you're up $1,000, it doesn't matter as long as you're consistently doing what it is that you see value in. If there's a break of pattern, then you'll cut losses. And again, that is a step moving forward. Regardless if the day is red, that is a step moving forward because you're sticking to the plan. When it comes down to the trades that you guys are going to be taking next week, all I want to remind you is, again, how important it is to make sure that you understand that it's not about maximizing every single dollar or every single trade. It's about, especially when you're first getting started, to make sure that you ensure yourself to not discourage yourself to ever trade again. For all those that really want to do this as a career and as a full-time job, then you need to make sure that your best practices align with your goal and your vision. And if your goal and your vision is to do this for the rest of your life, you need to make sure that what it is that you're doing and the way that you trade is an effort aligning with wanting to do this for the rest of your life and not just to make it or break it. I think a lot of you guys can kind of like look back and kind of focus on or like kind of just like look back at your trading and do like a self-examination and just to be able to identify what you could be doing better next week. And if not looking at your P&L can help you out, then I wish you the best. And as well as making sure that if there's a reason that you should lock in profits or if there's a reason that you should cut losses, to just do it because you know that that's the thing that you should do. And that's really just all. I'm not up, like I showed you guys, I'm not up a very large dollar amount. DGAS is super overbought right now. I'm waiting for it to sell off so I can jump into UGAS and hopefully close a decent day. But if not, again, it's Friday. I hope that you guys enjoyed your overall weekend. Again, I'm here in Arkansas, in Jonesboro. I'm going to be driving with the boys to, what's it called? Where are we going? Memphis, Tennessee. Beale Street, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's where we're going to be tonight. Want to wish you guys an amazing weekend. Wanted to at least leave you guys with something to kind of think about. And I really, trust me, forget about all the videos that I've made about, how much money I'm up and those series of things. I truly do think that, just trying to do a self-examination on yourself and ask yourself if trading without looking at my P&L, if that would be effective. And then on top of that, making sure that your best practices and your trading habits align with your goal. If you only want to do this for 1 to 2 years, then obviously you're going to trade very aggressively. But if you want to do this for the rest of your life, then you need to make sure that your best practices and your trading habits align with that. That's all. That's all I want to leave you guys with. I hope I earned your thumbs up in this video. I hope you guys can subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. But most importantly, if you guys have any questions, let's stay connected. You guys can message me on Instagram. Again, we do run the largest Facebook group for those who invest in the stock market. That's that first link in the description. If you want to watch me trade live every single day, be sure to click that second link in the description and learn a little bit more about the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library and how we can stay connected if I can act as a positive catalyst for your success. Hope I earned your thumbs up. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note.